Good morning. You probably don't know who I am, but my name is Colin, and I am the Premier of Western Australia. I try not to shout about it, in case anyone decides to ask me a difficult question, or expects me to front up, and be accountable for the actions of my government. Fuck that. That's what ministers are for. I am down here at my tennis club, trying to get in a game, before I saunter into Parliament this afternoon. At the last referendum I was in support of daylight saving. I've got to say I've probably changed my mind, and when it comes up I may vote against it. I like to play tennis in the morning, and you find that, by about March, you can't play tennis anymore. The Liberal Party does not have a party position on daylight saving. Then again, we Liberals don't have much of a view on anything. If there is one thing that we learnt from John Howard, is that you should change your policies to suit whatever the nutters on talkback radio are ranting about, and bugger your principles. Look after your mates in the 500 club, screw the working man, but otherwise everything else is negotiable. Low taxes? Small government? Reducing expenditure? Do me a favor. Can you smell petrol? As for the referendum, I will decide if I support it after I learn the result, and then change my mind in a couple of years, if opinion swings the other way. I am sure I can smell petrol. It must be either the black fella sniffing it, or the asylum seekers setting fire to themselves. Do you think I care? Do they live in Cottesloe? Do they fuck? Can't we have the whole lot of them shipped to the Northern Territory, where they can't ruin my tennis game? People ask me if I believe in the democratic process, and I say, do I fuck? Do you really think that the will of the people at the last state election was to have a minority Liberal government, a sad rabble of effete wankers with the balance of power, held by that lisping schoolboy with his pack of retarded country bumpkins, and by that cunt, John Bowler? For 6 fucking years I have been banging on about the influence of Brian Burke on the previous government, and now here I am having to suck up to one of his worst henchmen. Every day in Parliament I bend over, and that bastard fucks me up the ass. Still, at least Bowler made us keep one of our election promises by improving Kalgoorlie Hospital. Do you remember all our promises? I hope you don't. New hospitals, new schools, new railway, more police officers. All those promises have gone up in smoke, if you will forgive the pun. And I am not going to take the blame for it. You'll only see me when there is good news to report. Right now the world is going to shit, and the people of Western Australia are looking for some real leadership. But don't look at me. What I was looking for was some nice little dramatic news story, to take attention away from the fact that I'm asleep at the wheel, and suddenly, kaboom. Anyway, bollocks to all that. I am going to have a nice quiet game of tennis with some well-spoken chaps from the western suburbs. New balls please.